Hello everyone, welcome back to some more action from round 1 of Kharak Cup number 1. Today it's gonna be me, look at that, in my delicious gray and red striped colors here, versus Garmilator playing as the Coalition. Now Garmilator's a very, very good player. We've seen him, take games off A-Game Inks, for example. He's just, he's a very, very good Coalition player, one of the strongest in the game, so this will be the match of my life, I guess we could say. Since, of course, it's me playing here, we can sort of, give you a chance to hear my thought process as the game goes through. But first off, we have Garmilator spawning in the south with this really cool looking carrier here. And you can notice he's put 4 salvagers on CUs, so he's not planning, I don't believe, any sort of risky economic strategies here. Meanwhile, spawning in the north, it is going to be me. way too close once again. I swear I will get that one day. But I am also going 4 salvagers on CUs, and you can see I'm immediately pushing my production cruiser out here across the map, because I'm a big fan of early aggression. I feel like if I can get up on my opponent's face right in the beginning, I'll have, some good chances to catch him off guard and do some real damage right in the beginning of the game. Now, Garmilator crucially is going to spot this with his base runner here. He's going to see this scanner, he's going to see, production cruiser and the sand skimmers already coming out. And look, he's right on top of it. You can see immediately he begins producing LAVs, which, if you're a Coalition player, this is the correct response. Because, of course, LAVs get produced faster than sand skimmers, they have longer range, they actually out-DPS them at close range also. So, this is just the surefire way to sort of hold off this aggression. But, I'm going to get some value out of this. Obviously, the base runner's been damaged a little bit, but mostly, I'm holding Garmilator off of the second base here, which is really what I wanted to do. Here come the LAVs. They're going to poke out just a little bit, but not enough to take damage, which is good. Interesting, his carrier's not powered up at all. I'd love to see him put it in range, or maybe in healing, but that's kind of a small issue, especially because I'm pulling away here. Now, if I can get Garmilator to put down a turret right there, that would be good for me. You can see it's got about, like, I don't know, 10 seconds left on the cooldown. I'm getting shot at here. That's not very good, especially with high ground on these LEVs. But I could perhaps trick Garmilator into doing that. The reason that would be a trick is because it costs a lot of money and it's not really going to help him later on in the game. Now, for me, I was thinking like, well, I can't really win this fight, obviously. Maybe I can do some damage on them, so I'll go in for a push like this. And actually, see, that was rather effective. I got some damage on this LAV. But I know, I cannot take this fight here. So I'm just going to pull away. And look, he has dropped down a turret here. That's actually a very suspect location, I feel, because it can't really attack over this hill at all. So it's not going to give Garmilator any, middle map presence. So I'm happy with this so far, and I'm going to pull out. You can see I've grabbed a base runner, or an artifact on my base runner here. That seems a bit suspect too, though, because now the base runner moves a lot slower, right? And there's no way I'm going to extract here. It's just, his guys are way too close. But we'll see how that turns out for me in the end. As far as economy goes, he's got 3 salvagers here. I've got 2 and I've got 3 and a 4th being produced, and so we're about equal on economy. Neither of us has taken a second base yet. Intense micro going on in the field here. You can see I'm now producing a second production cruiser, and assault railguns is going to be the choice here, which I think is good because assault railguns, of course, sort of negate the damage that LAVs do, but this is not so good that I'm sort of being caught out of position here. You see how he's coming in. These guys are behind the sand skimmers. This looks a little bit better now. Garmilator, meanwhile, is going to get his first extraction. That's good on him. And this scanner is going to go down. He did good work. I love scanners. Alright, well, I've now got 1 assault railgun produced. Seems like I want to try to extract this artifact here. That's quite a bad idea. Because, as you can see, like, there's, 13 LAVs? There's, 6 sand skimmers. And, like, the LAVs would be the sand skimmers on a one-on-one fight, so there's no way I'm ever going to make this work. I can use the healing ability to get a kill here. That's quite nice. So that's some good value there, but now I should really just pull away here. This is not really a fight that I want to take. Oh, look at Garmilator with his cheeky base runner. This is evil. Setting down a turret right there. And of course I have to focus the turret first or else I'm going to lose some guys here. But meanwhile there's action going on the other side. It's kind of a bait to, you know, get my micro focus somewhere else. Oh, and I'm pushing in here, that's not good, so one sand skimmer is going to go down. The turret goes down, but it takes out a railgun with it. And now, look, these sand skimmers just getting picked off from long range where they can't even shoot back. The assault railgun even taking some damage now. This base runner is definitely being hung out to dry. He might just get killed flat out here. Look how many LAVs this is. This is a lot of LAVs now. The base runner goes down and got cleaned up as well as the turret. There's a heavy railgun here, which is a bit unfortunate because this isn't going to help me at all. I think I was thinking at this time, well, he's going to follow with AAVs, so I want to have this ready, but there goes the base runner, and it's just a swarm of LAVs. Look at this LAV spam. It's actually disgusting. I mean, there's really just nothing here that can hold this off. I mean, what have I got? I got 2 production cruisers, so I can double produce sand skimmers, but against this many LAVs, and look, I'm making assault railguns. This is definitely a mistake right here. Hey, the heavy railgun got a nice shot off there, though. Well done. Powers and weapons, I guess that's good, but there's no correct option here. I mean, this is just clearly kind of end of the game scenario, as tons of LAVs just pouring into the base here, and there's just nothing to defend against. There's like 2 sand skimmers. If this were like 5 LAVs, then I could fight them off. I'd take economic damage, but it would be okay in the end. But as you can see, it's just spiraling out of control. This production cruiser is gonna go down. This guy, he's a commander now, so that's pretty cool. It's actually, those are quite some good buffs there for getting that much veterancy. But anyway, production cruiser goes down, salvagers being taken out here. The second one might go down pretty soon. There's more LAVs, you know, spewing in here. Garmilator seems to have forgotten about his economy. He's just totally moved his carrier out of the way, but it's not even gonna matter. I mean, at this point, you know, my economy's not exactly doing too well either. All these salvagers probably about to go down. Yeah, he's targeting now the production cruiser, which makes sense, of course. Whoa, he's a captain now. Anyway, once this production cruiser goes down, of course, I can't produce any more military units, which is kind of important in this sort of a scenario. So that's obviously a good move. It goes down. Another salvager's KTing out, and at this point, I know it's over, so I'm just gonna GG out. And Garmilator will take round 1. Very sad day for me. I accidentally hit the exit button already, but I guess we can look at the stats here. I mean, this is kind of telling here. You can see that I collected more in both ways, both CUs and RUs. I spent more, and yet, you know, I just got totally steamrolled by those LAVs. So really, it was taking some bad engagements. I really should not have been out there in the open fighting him, because of course those LAVs, this guy right here, he's got more range than I do. He's got more damage than I do if I get close. So I mean, really the right choice would have been to hold back and use my carrier sort of as kind of like a defensive unit, and not at all tried to extract that artifact. That was one thing that did some real damage to me. So lessons learned, and I'll try to apply them in future rounds of this tournament, as you'll see. But that is the end of round 1 of this tournament. So currently, well, I guess I won't spoil it. You can watch the other videos. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon with some action from round 2.